Can you comment on Google's AdSense program and dropping video into that? I guess that's just launched, a week or two ago. I haven't seen any results.
Yeah,
it sounds like it's happening.
I haven't seen any results either. I haven't seen any units necessarily either. There's sort of a big, odd question, right? Which is that the video doesn't play unless you get a click, right? So it'll show, but it doesn't start until you get a click. And I wonder, I have to admit, I didn't get a clear answer, and maybe we can find out later, is that when does the advertiser get charged, right? Do you get charged on that click when the thing starts playing? Or if it's just an ad up there with the, Tide detergent logo, right? That's worth something. I mean, they gotta be putting something up there. But ultimately, Google wants to be everywhere. You listen to Gates and Ballmer talk about Google, right? This is the thing that totally betrays them, right? Is they every time when they're talking to Bill Gates or Steve Ballmer, and they say, "Well, what about Google?" And they say, "Google's a really good search company." And you could tell somewhere back in the corporate strategy, they said, "Listen, we got to just say Google search. We got to put them in a little tiny box." But it's total BS, right? Google is amorphous and totally undefinable. And advertising very clearly makes a lot of sense to them. They're making a mint, putting the right things in front of the right people in the right way. They've been trying to tap into CPG manufacturers and other brand advertisers, the kinds of companies that put the bulk of advertising dollars into advertising, and they have no interest in keywords, right? Not no interest, but limited interest in keywords. And they probably have heard 1,000 times, at least their sales force, like, come back to me when you've got video. I think video in general has always been something that agencies and brands have wanted to do online, or at least capture people's attention and hold it. And now video is here because the speeds are there, the compression algorithms are there. Companies like YouTube have sorted out a way to get the video easily from a desktop up to a server and out to the people. So now it's like all the dominoes are lined up, and the only thing that's sort of missing is the big compelling idea. And we're not exactly lacking for big compelling ideas, but there just really aren't enough of them right now. Agencies are still trying to figure out how to get the money for video. We're certainly attracting new producers. There's a desire to do something specifically video online if you've got a compelling idea. Certainly allowing like fan fiction. Someone was just talking about the idea that you can put up or someone has put a post up on Craigslist and said, "Listen, I'm interested in making my own Star Trek episode. I'm going to need a videographer and a sound guy and a XYZ, right?" And these people just come together. It's like a flash production crew. It can come together and generate some really compelling content, and it can start to migrate its way up online. So ultimately, we're seeing better stuff coming online, more interesting things. The distinction between lean forward, lean back seems to be totally distinct. And then the very last thing I'll say about that is that there's a broadening of the understanding of what interactivity can mean, and it's not necessarily a good thing. So there's a desire to do interactive online, and video online doesn't always feel interactive, especially to the creative department. Sometimes they sort of balk at it, say like, there's nothing for us here, there's nothing really for us to do. We have to make it somehow interactive, and there's certainly ways that things can be made interactive, or kind of, choose your own ending and choose your adventure kind of stuff, or pick characters. But part of the notion of interactivity online is just in pure choice. I can decide to watch this thing, I can decide to watch more of it or less of it, or watch it a little bit later on tonight. So just the ability to tune those things in, that kind of level of interactivity, which I guess is sort of the long tail, is really sort of driving video online right now.